All right, Coach Steiner, I find you in this winter wonderland that is Edinboro, Pennsylvania. Is this a little different than the Central Valley right now?
It's a little different than Fresno, that's for sure. More like home in North Dakota.
You guys are out here though. You're out here. You know, Fresno State's out here. You're out here. There's actually a guy who's going to be on your team wrestling next year. What's the situation? And he's a Clovis guy.
Yeah, he's a Clovis guy. He actually Josh Holkett. He played football for Fresno this year, and he's going to come out for wrestling next year. And he wanted to come, or he said he was going to come out and compete. So I wanted to come out and watch him. So I booked a flight out to come out and watch him. So.
Looking at the process so far, starting a program right from the ground up, has it been what you thought it was going to be so far?
Yeah, it is. I mean, I knew there was a lot of things that had to be put in place, and the competition and being in a tournament every weekend to coach at, I know wasn't going to be in the works this year. But I'm still at tournaments every week, but it's more recruiting and getting to know coaches out in that area, and then when our guys have had some opens, been there watching them compete as well. So it's been a lot different for sure from a competitive standpoint, but it just I knew this year just to put things in place and get this thing going.
You like to get after it. I know that you still work out, not as much as you used to, but what's it like not being able to just grab a guy every day? Or do you have guys coming in who you can still roll around with? How's that?
We have guys we have about 6 guys that are in school at Fresno. We can have them as Fresno State athletes this year. They don't want anything on the book, so we're running all our practices, at Dethrone MMA, and working with them there. We're not even on campus.
RTC. You guys have an RTC?
We have an RTC. Yeah, so we're working. We're running practices over at Dethrone and able to work with the guys. And we're trying to run like a regular season, but it's tough because you don't have the number of guys in the room. You don't have workout partners. The energy's not as high because you don't have as many guys, but we're going to use it for what we can. And some of these guys are going to be the guys that lead us next year. So I want them to understand what I expect and what our staff expects and what the expectations of the program are. And so the more we get to work with these guys, the better. It's a time we can really work with them individually and pick them apart a little bit and get them ready to help lead this thing next year.
Looking at, you're building a roster, you're in the process of building a roster. Right now, do you have a roster cap? What would we see on a Fresno State roster next year as of right now? I know there's still guys to sign and guys to bring on the team, but right now, what's the roster look like for next year? What's the number you're at right now?
Our roster cap for next year is 22, and then the second year we'll go up to 27, 30, or 32, and then we'll be capped at 32, which I'm fine. I'm okay with that. 22 makes it a little more difficult for sure because I want some of these young guys that are seniors in high school right now to be able to redshirt and develop underneath guys, but to be able to do that, you got to have some guys that are either transfers or maybe a junior college transfer, or have a couple years left. So it's going to be a mix of athletes in there. Some of the guys have been in the college scene before, so there's going to be a few freshmen in there too. There's no doubt about it.
So there'll be the full 22 probably.
We will have a full 22 next year. Yes, we will.
And then you're going to start building the schedule here even.
Yeah.
What's that going to look like?
Yeah, we're gonna jump in, and I want these guys to understand the level we're gonna try to get to, or the level we're gonna be at competing. I don't want to put a cupcake schedule together for them. I want to put them against some of the teams that we're going to expect to beat down the road, and anytime we step on the mat, I expect us to compete. So, from now until then, and I know I feel my time closing in right now, even though it seems like a long ways away. I feel it closing in. It's going to be November of 17 before we know it, and we'll be on the mat competing. So we got, about 10 months here to prepare and get ready.
What's it been like for you as far as your family, moving your family from, it's not close. It's not close to Corvallis, Oregon at all, but 9 hours?
It's 10 hours.
10 hours. That's a big move.
Yeah, it's a big move. I mean, anytime you're at a place for 10 years and you have the roots dug in, it's an adjustment. You know, it's been an adjustment for all of us, but you know, they've handled it like champs. You know, I mean, they dove in as just like I did, and we're doing well. You know, we're doing well. It's no doubt it's an adjustment. We have great friends up in Corvallis and people that will always be close to us. But it's just a new chapter for us, and it's been fun.
Are you going to star that one on the schedule? Are you going to put Oregon State, put a star on it? What do you think?
No, we're definitely going to wrestle them. There's no doubt. I mean, they're one of the top teams in the West, and you know, we're going to definitely wrestle them, and it'll be a fun duel to go back up there and be around some of those guys and some of the people up there. But I think next year we're looking to go up there, and then they'll return the following year.
You guys are not going to be joining the Pac. The Pac is my understanding. Will it be Big 12 for you guys?
Yeah, it is. It's going to be the Big 12 right now. It's we haven't got the official confirmation of it yet, but all things indicate and are looking that we will be in the Big 12 next year.
Looking at you as far as the move, what's the move been like for you? You know, your family, we know that they're Warriors, but now you don't have guys. You don't have guys to bang with every day. It's a little different for you. What's the move been like for you personally?
It's good. It's just another, you're working on different aspects of the program. You know, but my job is similar no matter where I'm at. You know, I'm in the office, most of the day, and then you spend the rest of the time in the room working with the guys. It doesn't change too much no matter what location you're at. You know, it doesn't matter if you're at Edinburgh or Corvallis or now in Fresno. I mean,
you'll just be waist deep in snow if you're at Edinburgh.
Yeah, we'd be waist deep in snow. But our job doesn't change too much as coaches. You know, we instantly usually have a family or a group of guys that we connect with and go to work with every day. So it maybe is a little easier for me because I have that built in, where my family and kids, my wife and kids, they have to go, create the friendships at school.
Yours comes to you?
Well, it's kind of right there and built in a little bit with the administration and the staff that I put together. It's somewhat built in.
Do you still run like a freak?
Oh, I don't know. For an old guy, maybe.
All right, we got some guys coming up, quarterfinals coming up. You got anything else for me?
No, I appreciate all the support Flo has given me, and look forward to having you guys out and part of the program next year.
All right, Coach, thanks for the time. Good luck to you guys.
Yeah.